Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a while since I haven't made a video, and since I'm playing with Hyper-V, I wanted to teach you how to use the virtual switch manager. So with VMs, it's kind of complicated. I mean, I guess it was kind of confusing for me in the beginning because to find the difference between all these different options that you have in a virtual switch manager. So, and especially for making the VMs able to touch the internet or making them able to talk between them, only them, right? So let's start it. Let's say we have two VMs running at the moment. We go to Virtual Switch Manager, and as you can see virtual switches, how many you have. So far, I don't have any of them. And this is actually the MAC address range on the, whatever Hyper-V is going to use to create the switches. Specifically interfaces. And this is very important because if you have a network in which you are filtering traffic by MAC address, or if you're not allowing anybody to get on the internet, if they don't have a specific MAC address or range or whatever, this is very important because now you can know what are the interfaces to use in order for you to get internet through the routers. But anyway, that's off topic. Let's get right into it. So right now I have two VMs running. And as you can see, the Ethernet port has no IP address whatsoever. So even if we try to add an IP address, let's say 10.10.1 slash 8, and then so it gives you, I have to do the interface, I'm sorry. There you go. We do an if config, and then we see we have 10.10.1. And now we come over here and we'll create another one, sudo eth, and then we do 10.10.10.2 slash 8. If config, sorry, there you go. So if we do if config, there you go. If we try to ping between them, I'm trying to ping this machine over here. It'll pick 1 and unreachable. The same thing is going to happen if I try to ping from the other one, 10.10.10.2. It's going to give me the same problem. It says destination host unreachable. And that's understandable because there's no way for them to communicate between them. So now going back to our Hyper-V manager, we have three different options in order for us to create a switch. So essentially, it's a virtual switch where these computers plug into, and then we tell them how to interact between Hyper-V and our host and our VMs, right? So the first option is external. So it tells you create a virtual switch that binds to the physical network adapter so that virtual machines can access the physical network. So this means that this switch is going to let you grab an IP address from your DHCP server, and now the VMs will be able to connect to the internet using your network card. So that's up to you. If you want it that way, perfect. If not, let's try the other way. Internal creates a virtual switch that can be used only by the virtual machines that run on this physical computer and between the virtual machines and the physical computer. An internal virtual switch does not provide connectivity to a physical network connection. So it's kind of all over the place. Essentially, internal, you want to use this option if you don't have that many resources on your computer for you to run as many VMs as you like. So meaning, let's say that you only have 4 gigs of RAM and one of your VMs is running at 2 gigs because you cannot run it at 1, maybe because the operating system won't handle it, and also because you just don't have the resources to do it, right? So you need to use 2 computers. So the internal allows you to communicate only between the virtual machines and the host, meaning your actual physical computer, the one that is hosting Hyper-V. So again, internal allows you to communicate between your physical computer and the VMs, and you cannot reach the internet at all. You will be able to reach the internet using your physical computer, but not the VMs. So that's very important. So now let's take the scenario in which you only want to communicate between virtual machines. You don't want to talk to the host, meaning the physical computer that you're using, and you don't want to talk to the internet again. Either. So for that, you create the private option. Private says creates a virtual switch that can be used only by the virtual machines that run on this physical computer. So essentially, that's what you want. You want a virtual switch that only binds to the virtual machines, and that's it. The host, which is your physical computer, won't be able to talk to them, and they won't be able to touch the internet. So let's create this guy over here, private, because I only want to communicate between my virtual machines, and that's it, nothing else. So we create a private, we say, virtual switch manager, private, and we say create virtual switch. Once we do that, we say private virtual switch. And we make sure that we don't use the external network because we don't want to communicate to the internet, and we don't want an internal network because we don't want to communicate with our host machine. So private network, we say apply, and we say okay. So now we have running 2 VMs over here. And you might think, okay, it's ready. We can use a 10 ping.10.10.2, but still nothing, right? Well, let's add that virtual switch to the machine. So for that, we go to File, Settings, and now we can configure the network adapter here. So right now it says that it's not connected. We select the private virtual switch that we just created. We say Apply. And now we need to do the same thing on our second VM. And we tell the network, virtual switch, and we say Apply. Okay. So now we go back to our machine, ping.10.2. There we go. Perfect. So we have access to both of the VMs using that virtual private switch. And there you go. There you have it, guys. Hopefully you liked the video. It's a little bit longer than I expected, but it's super easy, super simple. In the beginning, it's kind of confusing, but it's super sweet. Hyper-V. Again, it only comes on Windows 8.1 Pro and above. It doesn't come with 8.1 the Home Edition or any other edition. You have to be on 8.1 Pro in order for you to have Hyper-V Manager. And this is a solution in comparison to VMware and all these different things that you essentially will have to buy if it wasn't because of this. So now it says virtual network is unreachable. And then we try to ping, then it says network is unreachable. So let's try to find why, right? That's the problem. So we come over here and we actually using the virtual private switch. And it gives you a little warning at the bottom. It says some settings cannot be modified because the virtual machine was in the following state when this window was running. To modify a setting that is unavailable, shut down the virtual machine and then reopen this window. So if you did the changes like I did it live, that's going to create a problem. So make sure you shut your VMs off and then change the setting, apply the setting of the virtual switch that you created, and then start them up again. And then you'll be able to communicate with them without any problem. Again, super long video. I hit it. This about 9 minutes long. But anyway, thanks a lot. If you have any questions, please leave it on the comment section. If you like the video, subscribe. I'm really looking forward to make a whole series on Hyper-V and making your life easier as well. If you want to check the blog, it's salcoder.com. If you want to send me an email me at paul@salcoder.com. I'm always there. And thanks for watching again. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy your weekend or your week or whatever you're doing right now. Anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. See ya. Bye now.